Still working on our cherry blossom window. The window is we live in an old church in Pennsylvania. The window is going right there, and it's a combination of fused glass, vitrograph that we pulled from our kiln, our vitrograph kiln. And what I've just done is worked all of the all of these branches in, but wait till I hold this up. Now, the window is not together yet. You have to be really, really careful with it at this point, but look at that glass. Oh, so what I need to do right now is, you see down there I have all my patterns that I've been tracing on this, except they're all just a tiny bit off. So I need to clear them off of here and start over. I'm super glad I noticed it before I cut. And I made this window without using any pattern. I like to let the glass just sort of do its own thing and find its space and place. I might fill in over here. I might fill in some more of the pink coming around there, of the intense blossom. Maybe, but maybe I won't. So this glass is a super cool water glass that, now to get my Sharpie off of here, I'm just gonna spray it. This is from last night. Hopefully this will work. My Sharpie off of there. And I have a terrible rag here. That's terrible, terrible rag, but I'm gonna try it. And it's taking it off good. I need to get all these marks off so I can put my glass under again, I can mark it under again, and I can create my pieces that I need to fill in the bottom here. I'm at least filling in the bottom with this clear glass. Let me set you in my holder so you can watch this process. Now, I like to, I'm so sorry, super sorry. I'll tell you about my gear that I have on. I have on an apron. Always wear an apron when you're working stained glass. Your clothes will thank you for it. Okay, so we're gonna clear this piece off of all the marks. And I have to really just rub it really well. And if it sticks here, because it's not wanting to come off in some areas, I'll give it another spray and wipe again until I get all these marks cleaned off. So when a Sharpie says it's forever, it really is. Glass is kind of, because it's non-porous, it's a hard item for a Sharpie to stick to. But it works just enough for me to do my traces and my cutting. So, where it needs more persuasion, I put more on. And clean it off. This isn't the exciting part. The exciting part is in just a minute. We're gonna lift that window back up, and you're gonna see it with a light behind it. Because stained glass is best with the light behind it. But I really do need to get all these marks off. I can't leave one on. They all have to be off. I wish I would have noticed last night. I was marking this, I was tired. I was working on this window. It's about 8:30, and I just said I need to stop. I'd spent about 10 hours yesterday working on this window. It's gonna be stunning. It's gonna be up here forever. So I wanna take my time and get it right. And these pieces, I'm gonna set the glass in this way so it looks like, kind of looks like water coming down. Almost done here. Okay. That's it. Great. Okay, now this piece of glass, I need to lift up my panel here. And I need to do that carefully, and I also need to do it so I can show you how it looks with the light behind it, because you really want to see that. It's the aha moment. Oops. Get it up here. Wait till you see the branches. I gotta set it even because it's still a little bit precarious. But look how it looks with the light behind it. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Look how the tree branches look. The glass that I use for the tree branches is Recicani. And this is what Tiffany used for his windows. And you can see why. It's just the light coming through is just so stunning. Okay, so now I'm gonna set you down here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the window down on top of that piece of glass. So the window has a flat bottom to it. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put the glass back in there as I want it, just to the edge of that. Perfect, so I'll be able to get a lot of easy cuts out of here. Easy cuts. Now I gotta take it and I gotta lay it back down. So my piece of glass is directly under there. And I gotta even up the bottom, because the bottom needs to be straight across here. The bottom needs to be straight. So when it is, now what I'm gonna do is get that on there, just so. I'm just trying to get this edge line worked out on the side so we're there. Okay, now I'm gonna take, and I'm going to make my marks where I need to cut. Everywhere I mark, I'm gonna put a smiley face because I know that it's gonna be a piece. So if any of my marks get weird when I'm cutting, my lines aren't right, I'm just gonna look for that little smiley face. You'll see why in a minute. And hold your marker straight up and down. Straight up and down. And a lot of these I'm going to use more than one cut to make it happen. So my piece of glass isn't over far enough for this one. So that one I'm going to have to move again. Okay, so I have some up here I can do too, yay. I want to get the most on here as possible so I don't got to tuck it back under again. Okay, so I have a good many of them. I can't do my other ones till I get these cut out. So I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to set this window, this gorgeous, gorgeous window. I'm going to set it down here. It's wobbly. It is wobbly. It's not solid yet. Okay. Set it down. So now we have all this room to make our cuts on. I've been trying to cut with my piece of glass still on here. It does not work. That doesn't work great. So I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna take my little dustpan and I'm just gonna sweep. I have some I wanna give it a nice clean start. I'll have to sweep afterwards because we'll have shards as well. So, and this is gonna be like a puzzle putting it back in together because I don't have these numbered. I could start from top to bottom, I guess, but I'm not going to number them. I'm not going to. You can also take a picture with your phone. It's a great idea, but let's make some cool cuts here. So first, let's start simple. Let's come down here. I'm going to come on the inside of this line. It did not want to cooperate. We want that scratchy, scratchy noise. Straight up. We're going to use our running pliers. And you're going to see in just a second why I'm putting these little smiley faces on. So we have that line up. I'm going to come on the inside of this line. I'm going to come right over here. Grab these sort of things with your nippers, or your pliers rather, your running pliers. You don't want to touch a shard of glass. So we have this little weird curve here. So that's a hard little cut. So I'm going to run it. I'm going to score it rather with that. But then I'm going to use our little nippers to get this off. Oh, just put them right on there. And hopefully, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so the ones that I'm going to use, I'm going to stack over to the side. You see they have the little smiley face on them. That's why I like to put a little smiley face on. Also, I like little smiley faces. Okay, so now this little guy, he's sort of just out there on his own. This is not my cutter of choice. This is not my cutter of choice that I use. I'm going to switch to my other one. The pistol grip is just, it's different. I'm going to have some nice big leftover pieces too from this. That piece cut on his own. That piece broke on his own. There's our little smiley face. And the other thing I'm doing when I'm stacking them up over there, I'm stacking them up bottom to top. So when I go to copper foil them, I'll kind of sort of know where they go. A little bit easier. So this one here, I'm going to cut this big guy out here. And you see what I'm doing, hopefully. I'm not used to this one. I hardly ever use this. It's a Toyo. It's a good glass cutter, but I like this one. And I like to hold it like this. I just feel like I have more control. You can go slow. You don't have to go fast. I want to make a nice straight line. So now when I do my running pliers, I get a nice cut off of that. So here we'll separate little and large. Sorry, I got a glare. I wonder, can you see it? Can you see it without? I'll turn it back on. I'll just move it so it doesn't glare. Oh, that's my top light. I'll move it so it doesn't glare. Okay, that's better. Okay, gonna take that's a weird line. It might not break right. It broke right. All right. Sometimes the weird like angles and things, they just don't break right. And take your time when you're cutting. It's not a race. Cutting glasses, for me, it's just very relaxing. I know that might sound weird because of the very nature of what it is. But you're gonna see me cutting a lot of different angles, different shapes with this piece. If you want to learn how to cut glass, get just plain glass like comes on picture frames or whatnot and cut it. So this piece, I would normally take it back in. I have a diamond saw, a diamond ring saw. That's amazing. But I don't wanna leave you for doing this. I should go back and use it, but I'm not going to. Okay, that little piece will never knock out of there. But when I squeeze it now with this, hopefully, I'm gonna tap it on the bottom just a little bit. We're gonna coax it. Because getting that recess cut, that's tough, and this might crack. I might have to recut this piece. I'm gonna give a little squeeze here. I'm gonna do a little breakout line here. I don't even know that it did anything there. Let's see. Nope, it's still really in there. We're gonna nibble it and put my little trash bucket under there. I like that. I need a little bit more. And I really should use my ring saw for this, because I just cut it in there a little bit too far. It's okay. I'm still gonna be able to work with that. But a ring saw works best. These kind of cuts are basically impossible. Oh, that one came out good. Good. That's messy, but we can work with it. We can work with it. Okay, now this guy should come out okay. It's a bit of an arch. Just tap along the base of it. It worked out nicely. That's a nice straight line for us. And you want to hold your screw up and hold this at a 45-degree angle. This wheel, this can never cut you. Don't be afraid of it. It's just to score the glass. That one's too big. I went off to the side. Look how much space I have left there. I'll see if I can wiggle it in. If not, I might have to nibble that. Might have to nibble it. Well, the other thing that happens when you put this little smiley face on, you at least have a clue as to what side up your glass goes. This is another weird piece. I didn't even get to cut it. That little part came off. We can fix that. We can put a little something in there. Ironically, it might make it fit in that space a little better anyway. So when you're handling this glass, wear gloves. Seriously, you should be wearing gloves. I should put mine on, actually. Practice what I'm preaching to you. Usually the only thing I don't wear gloves for is putting on my copper foil. Okay, so, oh, and you know what I just thought? I don't know where my microphone is on my phone. Someone said they couldn't hear my voice in one of my videos, and I wonder if it's because my holder is covering my microphone. If so, I'm super sorry. But you can still see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's take this one. This is a nice long straight. Your running pliers, line it up straight on your line, squeeze it, and it should just come right apart really sweet. This piece is going to be difficult, this one. It just is, I know it. We'll work with that one first. We'll take our problem child first. And there's something on here that's bumpy. Now that I have gloves on, I can do that. It was a little piece of glass. I couldn't see it, but it was there. And remember, you can tap it, you can break it like that. There's so many different ways to cut this, or to get the snap for you. A lot of it just depends on your preference. I like to tap it from below. That was a really good one. I like to just do like little, and it just comes down. Morton's in grabbing a tool. Okay, what's stuck? You didn't hear me. He said something's stuck. So I'm just nibbling off all these little pieces. Now this, only my saw can do that. So I have to ask myself, do I want to go back to the saw, or do I want to maybe cut this here and have this be 2 little pieces? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say 1 and 2. I should have said left and right, but that doesn't matter. So I put my little marks on here. And then I'm going to cut this one, cut this piece that was 1. I'm going to cut it right here. Going right up here. So we'll have 2 pieces. So this piece here, it's a really deep, it's a really, really deep recessed bit. It's gonna break weird. This is around a pedal. I'm gonna tap it. Oh my gosh, it came out. You brought me great luck. That normally doesn't happen. Now I'm gonna nibble this just a little bit. My saw would definitely do this better. But, you know, that's not bad. That is not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Okay, now this piece, remember I said we want to keep our little smiley face in it, and that's because now when you're cutting, what line do you go by, right? All these pieces are mixed up. So if you got a little smiley face here, you know. Oh, and that's upside down. That goes like that. Not that it matters right now. It will matter when we go to put it in the window. Come up here. Do my little twist around. I'm going to pray to the stained glass universe gods. Oh, and it did it perfectly. Hooray! 2 perfect pieces. Now, that won't always happen. That won't always happen. So you gotta, you gotta have a plan B. So a lot of these pieces here, to save bigger pieces of my scrap, I'll go and I'll cut. I'll cut, like my biggest advantage of where is my scrap gonna be, rather than cutting these little bits first. These guys look super cute. And again, like, I have these tools, so I'm using them, but I can tap too. Just a little pop. There he is. Our guy is ready. So now here, there's another good piece here. I think of these as like a 2-for-1 cut. I'll take my little guy off first. Are you seeing the advantage of the little smiley face? Bet you are. Some other things people do too, and I do too, occasionally. I'm not big on patterns, but sometimes if I'm working with a pattern, I will put it on paper and then I'll cut the pieces out and I'll put this on with like a glue stick. I'll put my pieces on my glass, but that can be fidgety too. I prefer marker. I honestly prefer marker. And I'm hoping that my little tip with a smiley face helps you when you're cutting out your pieces. Like I said though, some people number them. You know, it's just a preference. What you like. I like to see my project always smiling at me. Look at them. They're all happy. Now I'm gonna cut the top from the bottom. And again, you can snap it, you can tap it, you can pinch it, whatever you want to do. I went a little bit off my line there, still should be okay. Let's grab the little guy. I do like to grab the little guy first. Sometimes when it's really little pieces like that, like this piece, I will use my running pliers on because there's not enough real estate on this little piece of glass. Oh, I lied. It came right off. This piece of glass is cutting like a dream now. It's really cutting nicely. Take off the top of the mountain. And I'm just going to go straight over on that. I have a little bump there. I'm great with that. That can be solder. Always wear your gloves while you're cutting. You don't have to be scared of the glass then. I'm not scared of the glass, but it's sharp and you need to respect that glass. So your gloves really make it simple. And I want to know if you've ever done stained glass. I cut a little nib off of there. I'm happy with that. It'll fit perfectly in there. Now look at that little guy. If I wouldn't have drawn his little smiley face, you're wondering where your piece is. So in the comments, tell me if you like stained glass, if you've ever done it, what your favorite thing is about glass. I cut that one really off. I got all carried away with glass. So I'm gonna modify just a little bit and put just a little bit extra on this side. Not much, because I got a piece to come in there. That one's gonna be a problem. Watch and see. Okay, so now we got all of our glass out of here. Push this up out of the way. But there will be glass shards here on this. So you want to get your tools out of the way. And then you want to brush this. You want this to be swept clean. And I have a shop vac that I use too. You can probably see like all the little twinkles from the glass, and we don't want our hands on that. You don't want to accidentally get cut while you're doing this. Even though something I do on a regular basis. Now, I'm going to do a part 2 of this. I don't want this video to be too long for you. It's basically about getting your glass cut, your pieces. But I'm going to bring the piece back up here and show you how this all fits together. So I'll grab my piece carefully from the floor, pop it up here. It's kind of wanting to hinge on me because it's not strong enough. The glass that we're putting in here is going to make it real strong. The piece that came up. So now I'm going to just start taking, and we're going to play the game of where did this piece go? That's what we're going to play. Where did this piece go? That's the smiley side needs to be on the front. That piece is there. It needs a tiny bit of modification. We're not off to a good start. It didn't quite fit. Let's try another piece. This one I don't think will fit because I'm really far on that side line. Whose face is this away? Where did he go? Oh, here. Is it here? Yeah, and it does fit. Hooray. Hooray, hooray, hooray. This piece here. This piece here. This was a 2-piecer. This piece, that's the little guy. Oh, the little guy goes there. And he fits. And then his big friend goes here. He fits. Oh, we're getting it. We are getting them. This teeny little weenie, I think it goes up here. Yep. This one will go down here. This one, oh, you go there. This one down here. Perfect. Two more. Two more to find where they go. Oh, this was that little weird one that I cut wrong. He's just, oh, yeah, he fit. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That piece we didn't cut. It wasn't over there far enough. But this piece we did cut. That's satisfying. So there they are, all smiling up at us, waiting to get copper foiled and to become the most gorgeous, beautiful window ever up there. Window number 1. I hope you liked it. Hope you found it helpful. And I hope you think about subscribing to our channel. And thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Give us